Okay, guys, welcome back to the review week. Today is day 2, and today we're going to review transforming formulas. This is what we saw yesterday, orders of operations and simplifying variable expressions. This is coming on the exam for sure. Now we're going to see the transforming formulas. Remember that you might have also evaluating an expression, okay? But for right now, we're gonna continue with the part of transforming formulas. Since we're still on the review, we're just gonna place the date. Today is October 12th, 2021. Okay, remember to place the date. In that way, you know exactly what you're seeing in what day, okay? So this is the date of today. So what are we gonna see? Transforming formulas today will be completely handwritten. I'm not gonna type anything. So you're going to, just instructions, you're going to be asked something like transform the formula in terms of or solve for. Okay, so transform the formula. And let's use the formula of area of a trapezoid. So we're gonna say for B1, okay? Because the area of a trapezoid has, I'm gonna do it handwritten, has 2 B's, okay? So B1. What is the area? I'm gonna give you the formula. The formula for area of a trapezoid is gonna be area is equal to 1/2 of base 1 plus base 2 times the height. And I'm asking you to transform the formula for B1. So meaning that you are gonna leave the B1 completely unknown in one side, okay? Every single time that you're being asked to solve for a variable means that you're leaving that variable in specific completely alone in one side of the equal sign. Okay, now remember, also, it applies all of the rules of inverse operations, okay? What's the inverse operation of an addition? Anyone? Inverse operation of an addition?
Subtraction.
A subtraction. Inverse operation of multiplication.
Division.
A division. Inverse operation of a subtraction.
Addition.
Inverse operation of an exponent.
Negative exponent.
No. Inverse operation of an exponent. A root. A root, okay? Inverse operation of an exponent is a root. So if it's an exponent 2, then it will be a square root. If an exponent 3, a cubic root. If it's exponent 4, a 4th power root. Okay, so it's a root. Remember that. Now, inverse operations, this is a fraction that is multiplying. I pass first the multiplications to the other side. Since this is a fraction that is multiplying, remember that we said that whenever we have a fraction that's multiplying that needs to go to the other side with its inverse operation, in this case, it should be a division, we are going to continue to multiply, but we're going to flip the fraction, okay? So we're flipping the fraction. And now we're not multiplying times 1/2, we're multiplying 2/1. So we're gonna say 2a. Why not 2a/1? Because I don't need a denominator 1, okay? And that will be equal to b1 plus b2 times h. And if I'm not mistaken, you had this in one of the homeworks or classworks, okay? So now I need to leave the b's, the parentheses completely unknown. So that means that this h, this multiplying, will go to the other side. And this one does go dividing. This one uses the inverse operation, okay? Okay, this one uses the inverse operation. Okay, so we're gonna continue and say 2a over 8. 2a over 8 is equal, and I can remove the parentheses now and leave the B1 plus B2. We need to leave the B1 completely alone. That's the one that we need. I didn't underline it. I'm going to underline it right now. This is the one that we need to leave completely alone. So this B2 that's adding will go to the other side with its inverse operation, which is
A root.
if it's added, it goes
Subtracting.
subtracting. Correct. It goes subtracting. So we're going to have now as a final answer 2a over 8 minus b2. Okay, the minus goes outside of the fraction that we had already. It does not go inside the fraction. It is 2a over 8 minus b squared. B2, sorry. And this is equal to b1. And that's it. This is your final answer because you left already the variable b1 completely alone. Okay, so remember, it goes subtracting, but it subtracts the whole fraction that you have already. It's not 2a minus b2, everything over h. It's 2a over h minus b2. Okay. Questions? No? So far, so good? Okay, and that's a transformation of a formula. Now let's find another formula. Let's say the formula for what? For changing Celsius to Fahrenheit, okay? And I don't remember that formula, so I'm gonna look for it. Okay, from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So the formula is C 9/5 C plus 32 is equal to F. And you're gonna solve, obviously, for C because we have already the F alone. We only have two variables, so we need to leave the C completely alone. Okay, so in this case, we got 9/5 C plus 32 equals to F. And I need to leave the C completely alone. This is the one that I need to leave completely alone. Okay, the C. So this 32 is the first thing that's added. It's not multiplying anything. So I pass this to the other side with its inverse operation, which is subtracting, exactly, Hilary. So now we're going to say that we have 9/5. That's a 9. C is equal to F minus 32. Now I have a fraction that's multiplying and it's to go to the other side. So what am I going to do in this case?
Multiply.
And flip. Don't forget to flip. But now this goes multiplying everything that I have in this other side. So in this case, T is going to be equal to parenthesis F minus 32. And I'm going to multiply instead of 9/5 times 5/9. Okay? And that is your final answer. You can do the austerity property. Yes, of course, you can totally do that. But this is how we change it from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So in the US, they usually say, oh, today is a really hot day. We are in 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so how many degrees is actually in Celsius that we use in Latin America? Because 100 degrees Celsius, we will be dead already. But it is Fahrenheit, okay? You're totally going to use these conversions also when you get to 10th grade in physics, probably in science as well. Okay, so you need to know how to change from Celsius to Fahrenheit from Fahrenheit to Celsius. And then there's another measuring unit of temperature, which is called kelvins. Okay, so you're gonna also learn how to change from Celsius to kelvins and from Celsius, kelvins to Fahrenheit. There's another method, okay? So 100 minus 32, because I was talking about 100 degrees. So 100 minus 32, that is 68. And then I multiply that 68 by 5/9, and it will give me that it is 37.7. So 37 is kind of hot. So that's why they say 100 degrees is a hot day, okay? Or more than 100 is an even hotter day. So 37, 38, something like that. 37.8. That's 100 degrees. So that's the transformation of the formula. Easy peasy, right? Formulas like this are the ones that are coming in your exam. Let's find another formula. Let's find the formula of volume. Volume of a pyramid. No, volume of a pyramid, no. Volume of a cone. Okay, the volume of a cone is, I'm gonna do it down here. V is equal to pi h r squared, that's an r, and everything over 3. That's the formula for area of a cone. I'm going to separate this so you can know that this is another exercise. Okay, this is another exercise. So, and we are going to solve this exercise for R. Okay, just like we did in one for the cylinders that came on your quick quiz, by the way. So we're going to simplify for R. And that's why I reminded you that the inverse operation of an exponent is a root with the same power, okay? So in this case, the 3 is dividing, so it goes to the other side. If it's dividing, it goes multiplying. So we have now 3b is equal to pi h r squared. Okay, now these two, okay, these two are multiplying. Both of them are doing exactly the same thing. They're multiplying. So what should I do, or what can I do when I have more than one thing that's multiplying that needs to go to the opposite side? Okay, I'm gonna circle it in another color. What do I do when two things are multiplying? I can pass them both at the same time to the other side with the inverse operation. So what's the inverse of the multiplication, you said? Division. So we're going to say 3b over pi h is equal to r squared. Okay, so you see, we pass it to the other side, both at the same time, dividing, because both of them were multiplying. You can do that only when it is a multiplication, okay? Only when it goes to the other side dividing, or when it goes to the other side multiplying at the same time, then you can pass it all together. Like if we had over here another variable like 3x, you can pass the 3x to the other side, both multiplying at the same time. Okay, so now we have r squared, but we're not looking for r squared. We're looking for r. So we said that the inverse operation of r squared is going to be the square root. And I'm going to square root both of the sides, okay? Now this square root gets eliminated with this root. So we get now that r is equal to, and I have no exponent in here to eliminate with the root. So I'm going to say that it's equal to 3b over pi h, and everything inside a square root. Okay, everything inside a square root, and that is equal to r. And that would be your final answer, okay? Pay attention to this because this exercise is really important for when you get to 9th grade. 9th grade, you're going to see geometry, and in geometry, you're most definitely going to use formulas of volume and formulas of area. And you need to know how to transform the formula, okay? So this is transformation of a formula. Do you have any question whatsoever? Questions? No? Okay, so now it's your turn, guys, to do this exercise. Easy peasy, breezy, lemon squeezy, okay? So the formula is gonna be three parentheses, for x, wait, for x minus 2 plus y is equal to 6, and you're going to solve for x. You're going to leave the variable x completely alone. So you have 2 minutes, 3 minutes to solve this, and then I'm going to pick someone randomly to help me out with this solution, how to leave the variable x completely alone. So you have 3 minutes from now. You can start. Jose Fernando, where are you? No, okay, get in screen, please. Get in screen, please. Carlos? Okay, there you are. Okay, so you still have 2 more minutes. One more minute. Okay. So let's see who's gonna help me out with this exercise. I will leave it optional right now. If not, I'm gonna choose someone. So who volunteers? Who volunteers? No one? I'm gonna pick someone. Okay, Guillermo seems that he finished already. So Guillermo, you're gonna help me out.
Firstly, we need to move the expression to the right.
To move the what, sorry?
Expression to the right.
Which expression? What should I move to the right?
X.
All of this? Or just this?
O quedaría 12x
Okay,
menos
we need to
6.
do first the multiplication.
Yeah, we need
the
to multiply it.
property.
Firstly,
Okay, so
multiply.
that's the first thing, distributive property. So we have 12x, remember in English, 12x, and 3 times -2?
Negative 6.
-6 plus y is equal to 6. Now remember, we're going step by step, Guillermo. So what should I move first?
The 6.
The 6, the -6. So if it's negative, it goes to the other side?
Positive.
Positive. So now I have 12x plus y is equal to 6 plus 6. And I can simplify that, right? How much is 6 plus 6?
12x equals 12.
Okay, 12x plus y is equal to 12. Okay, now which one should I move?
The y.
And if it's adding, it goes to the other side?
Subtracting.
Subtracting, correct. So now we have 12x is equal to 12 minus y. Okay, and what should I do now? What do I do now? I'm not done because I need to have
We
the,
need to move the 12.
okay, and how does it go to the other side?
Negative.
Are you sure? Because that's 12x. The inverse operation is a subtraction.
No, me sería dividiendo.
Divide in English, Guillermo.
Dividing.
So it goes dividing. Now remember, when I have a whole expression already and I'm moving something to the other side dividing, I need to place everything that I have inside parentheses. And I divide all of that by that 12, okay? Or I can leave it without the parentheses, but I need to remember that everything is going to be affected by the division, okay? Not just one number, not just one thing. It's 12 minus y and everything over 12. And we can leave it in there. We can still simplify that, but I will accept if you leave it like that. Or the other option, if you simplify it, guys, it would be x equals to 1 minus y over 12. That's the other option that I can accept. Why is it y minus y over 12? Because I had here 12 over 12. I divided it, right? And 12 divided by 12, that's 1. So either the one in blue and black or the one in green. Both of them will be correct. This is a more simplified way, or this is a more friendly way. Okay, so either way will be correct. Questions? No questions? Okay, then. This is the review for transformation of formulas. Next class, we're going to practice equations, multi-sub equations with variables on both sides. Okay, and basically this will be the review for before the exam.